पुण्य सवेरा, से आए अपने आप को जानो, राजयोग के द्वारा अपना परम पिता पहचानो। इसी राजपथ पर चलकर पालो अपना बसेरा। तुम हो आत्मा तन से न्यारे, परमात्मा को प्यारे, दिव्य गुणों को धारण करके योगी बनो दुलारे। ज्योति बिंदु ही तोड़ेगा ये माया मोह का घेरा। अंतर मन में ज्योति जगा लो, होगा दूर अंधेरा। ओम शांति, ओम शांति, ओम शांति।
There are young ones who are only 14 or 15 years old, even old ones who are 90 years old, as well as infants. This is the army to conquer Maya. Maya comes to anyone, even young or old. Each one of you has to conquer Maya and claim your unlimited inheritance from Father, because Maya is very powerful. You children can understand for yourself that Maya is very powerful. Each of the physical senses causes a lot of deception. Which physical sense deceives you the most? Which physical sense? Everyone knows that. Experienced we have. It is the eyes that deceive you the most. Baba explains you how it deceives you. That is why it is shown Gandhiji's monkey, see no evil, talk no evil, and hear no evil. They added two more, think no evil, do no evil. Even though someone may have a wife of his own, when he sees another beautiful woman, he is very quickly attracted to her. His eyes deceive him such a lot. His eyes deceives him such a lot that his heart wants to touch her. It has been explained to you children that your intellects must always understand that you Brahma Kumaris are brothers and sisters. Maya deceives you a great deal in very ignorant, incognitive way. It is not even known that Maya deceives us. It is very deep. This is why you should also write in your chart throughout the day which of the physical senses deceived you. Whether it is eyes, mind, or mouth, or ears, which one deceived you, write it in your chart. Let there be a small diary in your pocket so that you can note it down immediately. The worst enemy the eyes are the worst enemy. Therefore, you should write that when you saw so and so, your eyes are drawn. There is example of Surdas, someone who blinded himself because his eyes deceived him. He blinded himself. What is the point that eyes have seen, but mind has already gone? When you check yourself, you will find that your eyes deceive you the most. Sometimes a man leaves his own wife and becomes besotted with another beautiful woman. If someone is very good singer and has a good beautiful makeup, his eyes will quickly cause mischief, means being drawn towards that. This is why Baba says these eyes deceive you a lot. Although you may be doing service, may be doing very good service, but your eyes deceive you a lot. Today I saw the enemy. So you have to be very cautious of this enemy. Where and all these eyes deceives you. Otherwise means if you don't check, if you didn't pay attention, it is understood that you are destroying your own status. Sensible children should note down in their diaries that when I saw so and so, my vision was drawn to that one. In that case, you should punish yourself. Must have such incognito checking. On the path of devotion too, if their intellects wander in other directions while they are praying, they pinch themselves. Those who are very much devoted devotees will pinch themselves. Similarly, when such a woman comes in front of you, you should move away. You shouldn't just stand there watching her. The eyes cause a lot of deception, and this is why sannyasis sit with their eyes closed. They make women sit at back and the man sit at the front. There are some sannyasis who don't look at all woman. One time there was a program for Sammelan. The sannyasis were sitting in the stages. There were no females in the stage. One Swamiji said that there was only one woman sat in the stage, and the Swamiji said that only when the Behenji sister moves away can the Swamiji came into the stage. Then the programmer said to that sister to get down the stage. Then I was made to sit at the back, that too at the side of the hall. Once after the Swamiji finishes their speech, I was asked to sit in the stage. After the program finishes, there were crowd of the media persons. They started asking question that why don't you react in this point? No answer. Even one time in Ahmedabad program, Dadi came to a program where many religious head leaders came. There were big stages where sannyasis were sat. Dadiji also given a good second stage. They made a second stage where they made to sit in this stage. There were that much body consciousness of positions, body in the world. Baba says that the vision of the world people are very weak. And Baba has taught us very well at the starting that we are all brothers, not even brothers and sisters, but see all as brothers. How much high visions that Baba taught us. You children have to make a lot of effort. It is not a small thing to climb the fortune of the kingdom of the world. Those people would probably collect 10, 12, 20,000 or 1 or 200,000 or million. However, everything is now to be destroyed. You children receive the imperishable inheritance. You attain everything. There is nothing to attain. There is nothing to attain for which you have to beat your head. In Brahman's treasures, there is nothing to attain more. Father gives us more jewels of knowledge and fills our aprons. There is a lot of difference between the end of Kali Yuga and the start of Satyuga. Now there is nothing here in this Kali Yuga. There is a difference of day and night between. There is nothing here. This is now your most elevated confluence age. You must definitely write the term most elevated. It didn't take God long to change humans into deities. You have now become Brahmins. People are in complete darkness. There are many who won't be able to see heaven. But we are going to become the masters of such a heaven. Even the religious leaders can't see the heaven. How much multi-million fortunated are we? Having this awareness increases our intoxication. Father says, children, your religion is one that gives a lot of happiness. People don't understand anything. Even the people of Bharat have forgotten what heaven was. Christians speak of the existence of heaven. Lakshmi and Narayan are called a god and goddesses. Therefore, it is definitely only God who would make them that. The Father explains, you have to make a lot of efforts. You have to make lot of effort in which thing? Look at your charts every day. There is lot of effort in checking charts. For we check for few days and leave it aside because it is very subtle checking. Look at your charts every day. Which physical senses deceived me today? Even the mouth deceives a great deal. In earlier days, Baba used to hold a court in which everyone would confess the mistakes they had made. Today, what are all happened? I didn't use bad words. I didn't use my mind. When it was a gathering, when we say there would be correction, even before Shiv Baba descent, Brahma Baba used to talk with himself. He used to talk with every sense organs and use the sense organs under his order. Even the tongue deceives us. Everyone used to say confess their mistakes. I secretly took something and ate it. It's our own home. Why not? I can eat it. But yes, I don't know the reason why the instrument soul have kept that thing there. But I took and ate it. Even some daughters or from very good homes would admit this. Maya attacks you in this way. To eat something secretly is stealing. That too from Shiv Baba's yagya. This is very bad. This is very bad. Someone who steals even a straw is same as someone who steals 100,000. Even if you take a pencil, it is stealing. How much Baba draws our attention in each and everything. Not that I should eat anything that is kept in there. I should ask and eat. If you take on your own way and not inform, then it is a stealing. There was a festival and there was a sister. Gulab jamuns were being made. The big sister had kept the gulab jamuns in a box to give to someone else. The small sister, whenever she moves around there, she took one. Every time she took one and ate it. And the whole box was emptied. When the Gita Pathshala students came, big sister said that there are gulab jamuns in the big box. Take it and come. That small sister went to the terrace and beat herself very strongly. It is 5 minutes, 10 minutes. That sister didn't come with gulab jamun. That big sister came into the room and saw the sister was not found. She went to the terrace and saw that sister crying there. She asked, I asked you to bring you gulab jamun. What are you doing here crying? That sister replied that I liked the gulab jamun very much, so I ate everything. So how much she beat herself that her cheeks became red, she realized. That is why Baba says, who even steals a straw is same someone who steals 100. Maya completely catches hold of you by your nose. This is very bad habit. What would you become if you have bad habits? It is not a big thing to go to heaven. But there are different levels of status there. There is so much difference between kings and subjects. The physical senses deceive you a great deal. You should be cautious of them. If you want to climb a high status, if you want to climb high status, you have to follow the Father's direction fully. Father gives the direction and Maya comes in between and creates obstacle. Father says, don't forget. Otherwise, Father says, don't forget, otherwise there will be great repentance at the end. I have to follow exactly the directions whatever Father has given me. I should not stand in the line of repenting. You will also then have visions of failing. You now say that you will change from an ordinary human into Narayan. But what happened? Everyone will become ordinary human into Narayan, right? But Baba says, but you must check yourself and also write your charts. There are many who hardly understand this and put it into practice. However, Baba says you will progress a lot by doing this. You should write your chart for whole day. One's eyes deceive a lot. When someone sees another, he will think that she is very nice and will then talk to her. Then his heart's desire would be to give her a gift or give her tasty things to eat. He would constantly thinking about her. You children understand that this requires a lot of effort. The physical senses deceive you a lot because this is the kingdom of Ravan. Father says there is nothing to worry about there because the kingdom of Ravan does not exist there. There is nothing to worry about at all. If there were worries there too, what would then be the difference between heaven and hell? You children, in order to attain a very high status, are studying with the God. Who taught me? God, the creator of the world. None of the worldly people can teach me. Father explains, Maya makes you defame me. You defamed me and I came and uplifted you. Children, if you have impure vision, you will cause yourselves a loss. The destination is very high. This is why Baba says, look at your own chart. Today, how many times Baba says us to check our own chart? Did I perform any sinful action? Did I deceive anyone? You now have to become conquerors of sinful actions. No one apart from you children, no one knows about the era of conquerors of sinful action. Father explains that it is now 5,000 years since the era of conquerors of sinful action. Then, when they perform sinful actions, they go on to the path of sin. There are terms action, neutral action, and sinful action. The action people perform in the kingdom of Maya are sinful because of the influence of vices. There are no vices in the golden age, so there are no sins committed. Only you know these things because each of you receives a third eye of this knowledge. You have become the ones with a third eye. It is the Father who makes you Trikaldarshi and Trinetri. Because you have become theists, you have also become Trikaldarshi. You have the secrets of the whole drama in your intellects. There is the incorporeal world, the subtle region and corporeal world, and the cycle of 84 births, and how the founders of the other religions come. They cannot grant you salvation. They cannot even be called gurus. Only the one Father is the bestower of salvation for all. Everyone is now to receive salvation. Those people are founders of regions, not gurus. Founders of religions are instrument to establish a religion. They don't grant anyone salvation. Neither can anyone receive salvation by remembering them, nor can anyone's sin be absolved. All of that is devotion. Father explains, Maya is very powerful. There is a war with her. You are the Shiv Shakti Pandav army. All of you are Pandavas' guides. You show everyone the path to the land of peace and the land of happiness. You are the guides. You tell everyone to remember Father so that their sins can be absolved. If someone then performs sinful action, he also accumulates 100 punishment. If you remember, your sins will be absolved. But if you perform sinful action, 100-fold punishment. As far as possible, don't perform any sinful actions. The physical senses deceive you a lot. Baba repeatedly says us this. Physical senses deceives us a lot. Father understands this from everyone's activities. Children experience storms of Maya. It is only when there is awareness of man and woman that there are storms. So there has to be such control over your eyes. I am the child of Shiv Baba. Only when you control your physical senses can you reach your karmatit stage. It is easy to say that you will become Lakshmi and Narayan, but there also has to be understanding. The Father says, put the directions into practice. Put the directions into practice. Continue to say Baba, Baba. We will claim our full inheritance from Baba. We will never ever find such a teacher anywhere else. Everyone receives such a teacher, right? Even the deities don't know these things. How could those other religions who come later know anything? Baba says, even if this one says something, means Brahma Baba says something, just consider it to be Shiv Baba who is saying it. Don't think that this Dada is saying it. Baba says, this is my chariot. What can he do? I am giving you children the kingdom. This chariot is not doing that. He is a complete beggar. See how Shiv Baba draws the intellect. Except for Baba, no one can give you anything. He is a complete beggar. He is also claiming his inheritance from Baba. Just as you are making effort, So this one is doing the same. He is also leading a student life. I have taken this chariot on loan. He is now impure. You, in order to become worthy of worship, to become deities from human beings, you are now studying. If this is not in someone's fortune, he would say that he has doubts about that. How Shiv Baba comes and teaches that he doesn't understand this at all. Without having remembrance of Father, sins cannot be absolved. There will have to be full punishment. A kingdom is being established. A king has so many maids. Baba has had a lot of connection with kings. Maids were given as part of dowry. Since there are so many maids here, when I did my Laukik study, there was one friend of Rajput. There was a marriage and 50 maids were given as dowry. When it is happening now in these days, in golden age, there would be many more maids. Baba knows what each one is doing. Baba can tell any of you from your chart what you would become if you were to die now. You will all reach your karmati stage at the end, number wise. This is an income. People are so busy earning an income that they are on the telephone even during their meals. Such people cannot take this knowledge. They can't even eat in peace. Here, there comes only poor and ordinary ones. The wealthy one says that they don't have time. Oh, all of you have to remember the Father so that the sins are absolved. Baba repeatedly explains to you, sweetest children. Give everyone this message that none can say they didn't know that Shiv Baba had come. None should be missed. Throughout the day, just continue to say Baba, Baba. Some daughters remembers Baba a great deal. Some children, just by mentioning Shiv Baba's name, have tears of love. They are so eager to come and meet him. They haven't even seen Baba, and yet they are so desperate to meet him. Whereas those who have seen him don't believe in him. They shed tears of love while sitting far away. It is a wonder. Many have visions of Brahma. As you progress further, many will have visions. When a person is dying, many others go to him and tell him to remember God. You too should remember Shiv Baba. Father says, children, continue to make up time in your efforts. Whenever you have an opportunity, make up time. Make an intense effort. Keep on galloping. The income is huge. Some are such that no matter how much you explain to them, it just doesn't sit in their intellects. Father says, don't become like that. Don't become like that. Keep on benefiting yourself. Follow the Father's Srimad. Father now is making you the most elevated human beings of all. This is your aim and object. Baba continues to show you so many ways to do service. You have to give everyone the message so that they understand that you are telling them the truth. It is only through this war that there will be peace and happiness in Bharat in particular and the world in general. You have to print such leaflets in all languages. Bharat is huge. Everyone has to know about it. Everyone has to know about it so that no one can say that he wasn't aware of it. You would say, oh, we dropped leaflets from aeroplanes, we printed it in the papers and you didn't wake up. This has also been shown. Acha. To you sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the Father, Mother and Bap Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to you children. We spiritual children says Namaste to spiritual father. Essence for Dharana. First point. In yourself, check all the bad habits and make effort to remove them. Keep your chart with honesty. Follow the Father's directions. Second point, never do anything through which you would dishonor the Father's name. Be concerned for your own progress. Don't have the slightest bad vision. Blessing, whether physical or subtle, may you follow every order, whether physical or subtle, and become completely obedient to the Father. Only those children who are obedient in following subtle orders develop the power to follow the physical order. The subtle and main order is, what is the subtle and main order? To stay constantly in remembrance and become pure in your thoughts, words and deeds. Even in your thoughts, let there not be any impurity or uncleanness. If your old impure sanskars touch your thoughts, you cannot be called perfect Vaishnavas or completely pure. So, do not have even a single thought without following the orders. You would then be called the one who is completely obedient. Slogan. To know the Father and to say Baba from your heart is the biggest specialty. The word should emerge from heart, not only from mouth. That is the biggest specialty. Avyakt signal, constantly experience an unshakable, immovable, constant stage. In order to make your constant stage, become a karma yogi. No matter what type of person comes in front of a karma yogi, he will remain constantly loving and detached. Through this knowledge, he is aware that that is a part of the one is playing. He will consider those who are good to be good and remain detached observer. And a detached observer, he will observe with a vision of mercy someone bad. Good to be good. He will have a merciful view for someone bad. Whilst being merciful, he will have benevolent and good wishes to transform that one. This is the one. This is the way to make your stage constant. Om Shanti. You have to do two things. One is to make the soul worthy, and one is to make yourself ready. Also, you have to make ready the land for this along with your words. Let your attitude give intense effort on that, because only through the attitude can you create the atmosphere, and the atmosphere can influence through vibration. Let the word and your attitude be involved in doing seva. Om Shanti.